Becoming approached by 3 boys, she decided to fight and kick them, resulting in the girl being shoved off the cliff. Wanting to survive, he clutched her fist, waking up appearing in a field of grass with her hand cut. Not knowing what to do, she started to have flashbacks of when her parents died. Thinking she was dead, but she has remembered her brother giving survival information. Becoming alerted she was still alive, she has decided to keep walking until she finds in town. After 3 days and nights, she has stumbled upon a girl collecting herbs in the middle of the forest. The girl thought it was wolves while a girl appeared. After knowing she has found someone, she quickly fell onto the ground, passing out. She has woken up again, appearing inside an house on in bed. The girl started speaking to her while not understanding what language she was speaking. Her parents started speaking about the girl in the bed while bringing her tons of food. After eating meat and more, finding out her hand was fully healed, she noticed the girl that saved her name was Colette while telling her name was Mitsuha. She went back to sleep in the bed. Waking up, she had to go to the bathroom, leaving the house because she couldn't find a bathroom. She has spotted an outdoor public bathroom. While it was sketchy, she didn't like the smell after she was done. Colette tried pushing Mitsuha back into bed, but she showed she was okay now. Wondering why there was hunters talking, she headed to work with Colette. They both went picking mushrooms while Mitsuha was wondering what mushrooms was bad or good. Judging off Colette's expressions, they heard sounds, finding out there was wolves that were stalking them. After being shocked, Mitsuha quickly tossed Colette up on tree. Colette tried pulling Mitsuha up, but she declined while waving goodbye to Colette. Mitsuha started sprinting for it back to town. While running, Mitsuha quickly tripped. Many wolves was about to eat her until she grabbed a rock and transported back into her household in the other world. While the wolf just jumped into the ground, damaging itself. Happy she is still alive, she quickly realized Colette is in trouble now, collecting as many weapons or tools she can find in her household. After collecting a knife, the branch Colette was standing on started to collapse. While becoming scared that she would become eaten, a wolf launched at her while it was shot down. Appearing Mitsuha with a slingshot, she started rapid firing at the wolves, distracting them. While she was being chased, she brought spices out to blind their sense of smell, stunning them. She quickly pulled out her knife, stabbing the wolf. Heading toward the other wolves, they were frightened, running away from the scene. After the battle, Mitsuha was exhausted and collapsed, passing out, waking up inside a vortex with a cat appearing. Thinking back, her brother bought her the cat. The cat explained when she was falling off the cliff, she teared a piece of the brain of the cat out and now have powers to transport between worlds. Asking if she had any other wish, she asked for power to translate languages. Receiving the power while the cat explained he will never see her again, leaving. Mitsuha woke up while Colette was super happy she saved her life. While being able to understand each other, Colette's parents came inside the room handing Mitsuha money. Wondering why she was being paid, they said it's for the wolves they skinned and sold. After noticing the gold she was given, she learned the currency of that world. Thinking about ways she could retire, she decided she would bring items from her world and sell it for insane profits. Calculating how much money she needed to have a good life while retiring, Colette started giving Mitsuha super hard hugs while crushing Mitsuha, while noticing people in this world as having hard time starting fires. Thinking she could sell lighters. While Colette was coming back from work, she overheard Mitsuha explaining she was trying to leave to the royal capital. Colette became in shock while squeezing her to death, crying. While her parents helped with the situation, Mitsuha started to head out at the next carriage ride, using the currency she earned from the wolves to pay for a ride. Waving goodbye as she leaves, she enjoyed the ride while thinking that her brother would think it was smart to head to the royal capital to sell modern tools for insane rates. Thinking she needed a bath badly, she asked the driver to let her off in the middle of nowhere. The driver was complaining it was not safe, while after some convincing she was let off. A bunny noticed Mitsuha while she was telling it to don't tell anyone, secretly transporting back into her room while quickly heading to the bathroom to take a bath and change into better clothing. After she was ready, she decided to head out to buy jewelry to sell to the other world. Using her laptop, she makes use of her translator skill, finding a good spot to train. While she found the coordinates, she teleported back to the other world quickly after transporting into a garbage can on accident. Appearing at a military base, the guards were confused why she was there while she quickly pulled out lots of currency, asking to speak to their boss. Arriving at the location of the boss, she started to greet him while handing an insane amount of cash for self-defense training. The boss started to wonder why she wanted it while not asking any questions because it's their policy. Mitsuha handed him a golden coin, asking them to get it valuated. While they were confused what country the currency was from, he started pulling a fake gun from his drawer to teach Mitsuha how to use it before the real deal. After she learned the basics, they went to their shooting range. Mitsuha started firing her first gun shots while the boss showed her about a 3-round burst shooter with huge recoil. Mitsuha thought if she was seen with it other world she would be called a witch and be burned. While she went back to the jewelry shop to purchase the most expensive necklace, making the shop clerk happy for the huge purchase. Mitsuha went onto her moped while transporting with her supplies in the other world. She started driving from the same path she was at toward the royal capital. Arriving in the woods, she spotted a group of people, quickly becoming scared, instantly teleporting back to the other world while the people heard sound. while they decided to ignore it. Mitsuha has finished preparing some otherworld items. She went back to the other world, appearing inside in town. Trying to get inside the Duke's household, the guards was quick to stop her, asking if Mitsuha had a meeting set up or not. She explained she didn't but had business with them. The guards wouldn't let her through while she headed to the town to think and way to get in, spotting a carriage with important looking people inside. Some random grandma explained they were the sons of the Duke. She quickly thought of and planned with the help of her brother memories, transporting inside the forest on the path the sons was going to take. After spotting the carriage, she started lighting firecrackers while hiding. Scaring the horses, she quickly jumped behind the carriage pretending to become hit by them. The Duke's sons were shocked, bringing her inside their household. While she was awake the whole time, she started faking waking up, while explaining her name was Mitsuha and wanted some privacy till for a while. Upon getting up, she found herself at the dinner table everyone was at, re-explaining her name, while telling everyone she was alone from overseas with no friends or family with her, making everyone feel bad for her. She had an item with her, explaining wanting to give as a gift for helping her, showing the modern item called the multi-tool. Shocking everyone, she was handing an item that could sell for insane amounts of gold. Upon trying to leave because it's dark, they got mad, explaining she should stay at their mansion today. Feeling embarrassed, she followed the butler to her room while quickly preparing the next step in her plan, collecting the clothing and items she brought from the other world. After dressing up, she headed back down to the table everyone was at. Wearing a modern dress, everyone was shocked at how pretty she was. The sons started to develop feeling for Mitsuha while eating the meat they have given Mitsuha. She thought it tasted disgusting while hiding her real expression. After eating, they started listening to Mitsuha's story more while she explained her mother gave her necklace to her while she needed to sell it to survive. The wife of the Duke started exploding in rage while explaining that necklace should be priceless because all the pearls are exact same size and color, being extremely rare and valuable that everyone would kill for. Mitsuha started regretting buying the most expensive necklace she could afford. While explaining she could purchase it for cheap from her, she became super happy hugging her. The older son started sharing his feeling with Mitsuha while she quickly denied it. While they asked if she has more items, she started lifting her dress while pulling out another knife. The family was shocked. She brought a knife to the table and showed under her dress while Mitsuha explained it was normal for her village to have a weapon, explaining she would take 1 gold for the blade she had taken out. The youngest son quickly accepted the deal while Mitsuha was secretly super happy she made insane profits from it. After asking if she had more, she only said she had the clothes. She brought an extra pair of underwear while the older son quickly bidded for her underwear, surprising his parents. The youngest son bidded 1 small silver for it, winning the bid. While about to leave, she handed the Duke's wife the necklace while they promised to pay for her shop she was going to open while giving money for the trip to the royal capital. Saying goodbye while happy her plan did so well, she also was going to miss them while heading to the capital. Arriving at the royal capital, Mitsuha quickly headed to purchase and shop. Mitsuha started handing out flyers while opening the shop, showcasing many modern items from another world. After waiting many hours, no one has shown up. Unexpectedly, 3 girls, wild girls, has appeared. Getting Mitsuha's hopes up, they started testing many products like the flashlight. About to leave the store purchasing nothing, the 3 girls stumbled upon shampoo and conditioner. Mitsuha started convincing them to purchase it while it's way too expensive for commoners. They started to leave. Mitsuha, stopping them at the door, explained they can have a free sample of products. Bringing them to the shower, they were amazed that their hair was shining. Wanting to purchase them, Mitsuha had an idea they could split the cost and share among the 3 of them. She instantly brought out trinkets with very cheap prices, convincing them to spend all their life savings on the soap and trinkets. Bringing them in the back, they were being cooked dishes. They couldn't believe how good it was while thinking Mitsuha was a witch because she used 1 pot to cook all of the food. While deciding not to ask her about it, they left the shop completely happy with a jar of chocolate as a gift. After that, many customers started rolling inside the shop. Thanks to the girls, they headed to an head chef they knew to test the chocolate. The head chef became amazed, being the best tasting product he ever tried. Wondering where they got it from, the girls explained it was from a new shop while they went into a meeting with royals. The royal wanted to try the shampoo and conditioner, asking the price of it. Surprised it was only 8 silvers, she offered double the amount to try it. While spotting the trinket thinking it was super expensive, she became shocked. They said it was only 4 silvers. Lastly, they started talking about her selling fish. It would take a week to get fish from carriage or 3 days and nights straight changing horses. Wondering how she is getting it, the chef went to investigate the shop, checking out many items, his eye caught a modern knife, bringing a whole basket of items he never saw before. Mitsuha started showcasing what the items do while Mitsuha started explaining the knife was forged from the greatest blacksmiths. Instantly selling the knife to him, he asked if Mitsuha did requests, explaining an royal daughter was having a debutante ball, needing to have the best one with fish and other products because debutantes' balls are what royals use to place social status rankings on people. Mitsuha accepted the request thinking she will be paid greatly while bringing the chef's companions to have taste test of some of the foods she will bring to the ball. While everyone thought it was the most amazing food they ever had, they finished testing while bringing home extras. Arriving at the ball location, Mitsuha started teaching many chefs that worked there how to cook some modern dishes like fried rice, ramen, soup, sushi and more, and Wild Adelaide appeared asking for help with undress. While Mitsuha started explaining guards cannot be follow them upstairs during the dress, she brought Adelaide up the stairs into an room. Mitsuha started placing an blindfold on Adelaide transporting into the modern world. They appeared inside an dress shop with the same jewelry shop worker. Thinking Adelaide was beautiful, she started quickly making her go into the back to get measurements. While bringing her back to the other world, Adelaide left with her guards. Mitsuha started training Adelaide to change dresses quickly while heading back to coach more chefs about cooking while testing their finished products. Becoming surprised it tasted exactly as it should. Fish was cooking while the ball was about to start. Opening the curtains on the stand came out smoke. Everyone thought there was an fire. Quickly figuring out it's a part of the show while Mitsuha used a modern microphone freaking everyone out where she was talking from. Adelaide was nervous but came onto the stage, shocking everyone how pretty she was. They all could have sworn they saw flowers behind her, while Mitsuha was secretly controlling modern laptop technology with a projector in the background. Instantly appearing in house in the background, everyone was shocked. Adelaide came out with a new costume of a knight while Mitsuha was speaking in story on the microphone. Making everyone entertained, Adelaide play was over so she went into her final dress, while the food was prepared and has caught everyone's attention. Bringing out fish, sushi and many other dishes, everyone grabbed some while the royal mother spotted Mitsuha bringing her to her table. Arriving at the table with the royals, their mother became angry that every time they visited the shop it was closed. Mitsuha explained it's because she was working at this ball, surprising them that she made the ball happen. While the older brother started hitting on the star of the ball, and chef alerted Mitsuha that they have ran out of food to serve, becoming in crisis if they cannot get more food. She ran into the kitchen spotting potatoes, explaining to slice and fry the potatoes while running into her backup desert stash, bringing out many foods from the other world and unwrapping them. Bringing all the desserts out, everyone was surprised, instantly coming out the new food called French fries. Making Adelaide happy about her ball, she thought of and planned to sell framed pictures of the moment to make a fortune. While the ball ended, she went back to the shop to find an stressed customer appear through the doors, demanding Mitsuha to hand over the fish or else because he worked for an Baron. Instantly the royal family appeared to visit Mitsuha. While asking who he was, she explained he was threatening her to give products for free or else. While becoming mad at him, he quickly dashed out the door in a flash. While Mitsuha started becoming dragged into her carriage, appearing at their mansion, everyone was waiting for Mitsuha. The boys explained the food was the best they ever had while Beatrice started becoming furious she wasn't invited, forcing Mitsuha to promise to make her ball better than Adelaide's. After eating dinner, the older son started staring at Mitsuha the whole time, blushing. While Mitsuha thought of when he was hitting on Adelaide. At Mitsuha's room, Beatrice started to knock while wanting to talk about what will happen at her ball. Mitsuha started explaining they will have a beautiful carriage on arrival, cotton candy and many other good food. She wondered what cotton candy was while Mitsuha continued to explain there will be fireworks. Asking what that was, she explained it was like glowing flowers in the sky. Becoming excited about it, Mitsuha spotted something odd while finding an engagement band request. Beatrice explained it was from older brother, shocking Mitsuha. She also was being paid in gold coin for getting information on who Mitsuha's type in guys, while Mitsuha just paid her a gold coin instead, ending the conversation. It has started to rain outside. Mitsuha has quickly thought of a brilliant idea to sell umbrellas since she never sees anyone using any. Thinking it's not in that world yet, and suspicious guy with an sword quickly barged inside the store, hiding behind the shelf. Mitsuha was ready to pull out the gun she has stored below her, and girl heads inside the store with an cloak. Knowing the guy went inside, he quickly launches for an attack. The girl quickly striked, making the guy weaponless. He quickly grabs a knife from the shelf, threatening Mitsuha while she quickly used an spray to blind him. He started sprinting out the door with the knife from the shop. Knowing he was stealing the product, Mitsuha started chasing him with the girl. While stopping Mitsuha on her path, she has spotted an archer, and friend of the girl. While shooting at the guy, another guy appeared with an spear. Lastly, a giant guy with a giant sword. He has punched the guy, taking him out in one hit. They explained they were adventurers. While Mitsuha became excited, she quickly asked them if they accepted jobs, wanting to hire them. Mitsuha brought the adventurers inside the back of her shop. While pouring them all tea, she left behind the gun at the counter alone. Mitsuha started asking the adventurers if they would accept and request as bodyguards, explaining she will go where they normally go for a day to learn the area outside. Wanting to pay in gold coin, they all decided to accept the deal, explaining they needed the money. Mitsuha, knowing she will make money, she quickly headed back to the other world, purchasing camping gear for the trip as well as a crossbow. Ready to leave, they were met at the gate. The adventurers was surprised to see Mitsuha there before them. While she was loaded up with gear around her, leaving outside the gates, everyone started looking for herbs to dig up. While Mitsuha was getting ideas to sell small shovels that will sell up quickly. After gathering many herbs, they started setting up a spot to sleep. While making beds on the dirt, Mitsuha started to bring an instant tent, tossing it up, shocking everyone. Everyone was jealous of the tent while Mitsuha put insulation inside the tent as well. Upon trying to make soup with the herbs they gathered, they couldn't get the fire to start with flint while Mitsuha quickly pulled out her lighter fluid and burning it with an lighter. The whole group wanted the lighter but they thought it was going to be expensive so they didn't ask about it. Before the soup was done, Mitsuha brought out many packaged foods and a gas stove, sharing her food with everyone, while the giant sword guy started explaining in his head that he would ask her on a date if she wasn't so young. In reality Mitsuha is an adult but they didn't know that. After eating, Mitsuha went into her tent, removing her clothing, getting ready for a bath in the river, showing in bikini to everyone. They were shocked with embarrassment. The girls quickly hidden her body from sight while explaining that's not normal and she is showing too much skin, making Mitsuha realize that she made a mistake. Mitsuha went into the river for a bath anyway. While in the morning Mitsuha fed everyone a calorie stick while everyone started preparing their weapons to go bird hunting. After spotting their first bird, she quickly missed the shot while Mitsuha spotted another bird, asking if she could have a try. They all doubted she could hit the bird while Mitsuha quickly struck the bird, getting it in one shot, shocking everyone. Thinking back that her crossbow training was worth it, upon heading back to the capital she had to go to the bathroom, quickly encountering a boar. The boar started chasing Mitsuha. While about to hit her, she quickly pulled out her gun, shooting it many times. The party heard a loud noise while Mitsuha placed arrows into the boar to make them think she shot the boar with the crossbow. Colette made a doll that looked like Mitsuha. Arriving back at the capital, they all went to the bar to drink, having a great journey for research. Mitsuha pulled out a bikini magazine to show everyone that in her town it's normal for everyone to wear barely any clothings. The party believed her while Mitsuha cleared her innocence. Arriving back at the shop, Mitsuha started thinking what items to sell while refusing to sell bikini magazines. Thinking of selling statues, Mitsuha used her ability to transport into another world, thinking of in shape of the statue, teleporting out the carving of the mountain with her to the other world, bringing ugly statues inside the shop. Mitsuha became depressed how it turned out while a customer quickly wanted to purchase one of the statues, shocking Mitsuha. He explained it's demon statues to keep the evil away, paying a high price. One day a cute girl walked inside the store while Mitsuha instantly thought she was as pretty as a princess. The girl grabbed lots of cute stuffed animals and gadgets while giving 3 gold coins. Mitsuha noticed someone was following and watching the girl. While Mitsuha couldn't just watch and kidnapping happen, she quickly grabbed her weapons and followed her. Stumbling upon and kidnapping, Mitsuha quickly charged in, explaining to let the girl go while pulling out a taser. Tasing an enemy, they were surprised but kept kidnapping while Mitsuha brought out the gun, shooting around to scare them, finally scaring them while explaining her name was the Messenger of Lightning. Royal guards quickly stormed the alley while calling out for the princess. Mitsuha now knows she is a princess and one guard stopped her from sneaking away, explaining he saw the whole thing and the king would like to see her, appearing in front of the king's family. She was nervous while they started thanking her for saving their daughter. The daughter Sabine started becoming attached to Mitsuha while getting her dad to allow constant visits to her shop. The king explained she keeps escaping from the guards into the town. While Royal was reading for the king because he couldn't see well, he used an eyeglass while Mitsuha quickly pulled out her product called glasses. Giving in test for the product, they were amazed how well they could see with it on. Mitsuha quickly sold many pairs of glasses while getting them to advertise it to fellow royals. The king ordered an royal to get information about Mitsuha while at the shop, and suspicious guy started walking in, explaining he is an royal that works at the head of the Traders Guild, quickly demanding Mitsuha to hand over the deed to the shop, while telling Mitsuha she can be his girl if he wanted. Mitsuha accepted the request while explaining to come back another time to do the exchange, while instantly writing a letter asking Sabine to deliver it to the royal that serves the king. One day Sabine was visiting the shop while messing with an gadget it turned on TV behind the desk. From that day forward Mitsuha started lip syncing their language so Sabine can enjoy the show. Later that day the suspicious guy came back with a contract, explaining to sign it so he could have the shop, instantly explaining the cute girl next to her can be his girl as well. The royal that works with the king came because of the letter. The suspicious guy started becoming confused and nervous why an royal was there while Mitsuha explained he tried to make them his girl and take ownership of the shop for nothing. The royal became mad while explaining he can let him off with an warning for the shop and stuff, but he can't let him off trying to take the princess. Him becoming confused, he starts thinking back of the royal family. He was banned from messing with the shop and demoted for good, explaining to everyone at the Traders Guild to never mess with that shop. Meanwhile the king found out Mitsuha was from an unknown city across the sea. While lip syncing to Sabine every time a customer went inside the shop she would turn off the TV while Sabine became furious at everyone entering the shop. Many customers came into her shop to purchase glasses because of the royals bragging about their new glasses. Later that day a random girl appears yelling for help to Mitsuha. She quickly brought her into the back kitchen while she started to explain that her restaurant was being targeted because she denied feeling from an royal and the royal's father decided to ruin their business, paying off the chefs to leave the place. When the owner didn't stop cooking they started attacking him. making it very difficult to manage the place alone while hurt. Mitsuha started writing and plan on paper in Japanese while the girl brought her workers inside the shop. While the owner explained he'd been teaching the co-worker how to cook but he wasn't ready yet. The girl explained the reason she denied her feelings because she likes her co-worker instead. After the ball, everyone started thinking about the food and how people cannot find out how to recreate it properly. Everyone desired to eat more of it while Mitsuha started leaking rumors a new restaurant is selling it. Everyone lined up outside the restaurant while thinking the food tasted too good. The line outside was insanely long while Mitsuha started thanking the adventurers for taking the request of being waiters. They were thankful they were being paid extra money because they are broke. Outside the restaurant window was an suspicious old-looking guy. He caught the attention of the workers while thinking he was the guy who was trying to ruin the business. Later that day, Sabine started working as a waitress to help out. Sabine started to use her cuteness to ask to try foods from paying customers, writing down what foods she would want to eat after working. Meanwhile, the suspicious guy came back into the restaurant with royal guards, claiming the restaurant is selling and rip-off of fake foods from the ball, bringing the chef who made the dishes from the ball to judge if they are authentic or not. The guards agreed to the test while the restaurant brought out free food and drinks to the head chef for the royals. Upon tasting, he becomes shocked and furious, yelling. Making the suspicious guy happy, he started yelling, calling out his master for not teaching him these extra recipes. The suspicious guy started becoming shocked while learning she was the owner of the mysterious feast everyone desired. Mitsuha started explaining it was foods for the ball, so she didn't need to teach him these recipes and he can help out in the kitchen now if he wants to learn these new dishes. Beatrice appeared, opening the door bringing her royal family, shocking the guy while shortly after the king arrived, shocking the guy and the chef in charge of the restaurant. Mitsuha started explaining those people may be in charge of an attack. The royal guards quickly cuffed them and brought them to jail for questioning. While Beatrice and Sabine wanted to eat the food already, the royal families and king also wanted to try out the food. After closing the place for the day, Mitsuha was only paid 1 gold coin for helping out the restaurant. Thinking they were not royals in the first place, she thought it was fair payment. A letter has arrived for Colette. When she opened it was a drawing from Mitsuha, making her happy. In the forest was an army of ogres heading straight for villages and on the path to the royal capital. Mitsuha purchased fireworks early for Beatrice's ball in a few years while receiving a text inviting her to a party the military people are having. Upon hunting a rabbit from the other world, Mitsuha brought it as a gift, surprising everyone. Mitsuha found a rare rabbit breed no one ever seen before. They posted a picture online while eating it, being super tasty. Some adventurers appeared at the shop, wanting some items Mitsuha was bragging with, like the tent. Not having enough money, they started wondering what items they wanted to choose. Mitsuha brought an idea to refer people to the shop for discounts, making the super happy they could purchase everything they wanted while explained they will tell many people they know. The king has found new information about Mitsuha, finding out she came from nowhere, saving a girl from wolves, apparently came from an unknown place across the sea. While enemy nations started surrounding the outside villages, the adventurers started using Mitsuha's supplies, becoming happy while finding a broken down carriage. Sabine arrived at the shop while explaining the king wants to meet Mitsuha. The king explained they were being invaded by enemy nations and going to war. Mitsuha thought about if the troops comes inside, she can transport her whole shop to the other world to be safe. While worrying about Sabine, a messenger appeared at the gates while Mitsuha thought something was fishy but didn't do anything about it. Arriving inside a royal meeting, the older son of the royals sneaked up on Mitsuha while she quickly took him down, explaining not to sneak up on people. The messenger arrived claiming he has a message while quickly pulling out multi-crossbow, shooting at the king. Mitsuha jumped in front to take the hit while the older son of the royals quickly took the damage instead. Mitsuha pulled out her gun and quickly eliminated the fake messenger, shocking everyone in the building that he was killed by an unknown weapon so easy. The older son was critically damaged while Mitsuha became furious. At the military base in the other world, Harvard scientists wanted to research the unknown species of rabbit. Mitsuha quickly transported next to the, shocking them extremely. With no time to explain, she gave the critical injured man to him, asking to save him. After getting the royal to the medical room, Mitsuha explained to the army captain that she can transport between worlds. He didn't believe Mitsuha while she stole their truck and tried running him over. Out of rage trying to get her out of the car, she grins and transported the car with the guy into the other world, shocking the army captain. He cannot believe his eyes while driving around that he appeared from nowhere. Upon driving, they ran into a cave, with people on carriages running away claiming monsters were chasing them. The river became difficult to cross, resulting in them being stuck, needing to slowly take the carriages across. Meanwhile, Mitsuha and the captain started shooting the goblins that has appeared. Noticing one human is controlling them, they start firing while they have zombie effects, not caring about intimidation or pain. Headshots were only way to kill them. Mitsuha came up with an idea, transporting away, leaving the captain there to hold them off. Grabbing as many fireworks and supplies she could at her home while transporting back, She has set up a trap while setting in path of flame to keep them off the path, while fireworks scared the human controlling them, while the monsters snapped out of the control and fled the scene. After winning the battle, the townspeople have made it safely across the river. Meanwhile, hundreds of armies of the same caliber started heading toward the capital. Mitsuha promised them 30,000 gold pieces and extra if needed to help win the war. The army captain gathered all his forces and power, while Mitsuha dressed up and became their commander for the fight, explaining they could leave if they didn't want to do it. No one has left because of their loyalty. Everyone started to gear up and their guards gathering insane amounts of ammunition, while Mitsuha used her power to transport the whole army at once inside the kingdom, freaking everyone out. They explained Mitsuha brought in many friends from her town across the sea. While in shock, there were metal carriages powering with no horses. Going down the town road, she made speech with a megaphone while splitting up the forces to guard all the walls, convincing everyone she is a goddess to save them. The rumor of being the messenger of lightning has spread. Arriving at the gate, they open the gate to find an whole kingdom worth of humans and monsters ready to attack. The enemy army has sent a messenger to speak with the leader while he was defeated before he even arrived, confusing the enemy army what just happened. Mitsuha's army started lining up while spraying bullets at the front army, taking down the enemies while they panic. They mainly targeted the people controlling the monsters, making the commander of the enemy squad heart skip a beat. Using the vehicle's powered turrets, they sprayed down many orcs and humans instantly, causing massive panic to the humans. Mitsuha brothers' memories explained in war isn't ended when everyone is defeated but when only around 30% is defeated. The enemy commander became exited randomly, calling in more troops known as the Flyers. An horde of humans flying on wyverns appeared, shocking Mitsuha. Upon arriving toward the kingdom, Mitsuha's army started revealing special anti-air turrets on some vehicles. They started spraying their guns at the wyverns, easily defeating the whole squad of wyverns. The commander became shocked and fainted after hearing the voice of the one who sent them to the battle. In the distance was incoming a gigantic dragon known as the Dragon God. Mitsuha thought she was doomed because a giant dragon has appeared larger than the kingdom's walls. The Dragon God leaps into the air, landing closer in front of the human army. Mitsuha quickly launched smoke grenades while projecting an hologram of herself, making herself super large while using a microphone. After talking, she decides to shoot the dragon, making him feel slight pain. The dragon quickly shot back at the smoke, becoming shocked. Mitsuha transported some vehicles next to the dragon while spraying the turrets at the dragon. The dragon felt pain while becoming furious. Before the attack hits the unit, she teleports it back to the original position. After being damaged badly, the Dragon God started using barrier magic, making the bullets useless. The dragon attacked while lowering the barrier while the army just teleports away. After realizing he lowers the barrier, they quickly started firing their weapons again, making the dragon think they stopped for a while. He lowers the barrier while Mitsuha teleports in front of his mouth, shooting a rocket launcher into his mouth. While being sprayed with turrets, the dragon realizes he's going to be defeated, so he flies away. In the distance, everyone has spotted he has dropped like a nuke in the forest. Becoming defeated, the enemy army became too shocked they started fleeing away, making Mitsuha win the war. The dragon's tooth was on the ground and the army captain took it as souvenir. While heading into the town, everyone was in joy, mainly Sabine the princess. Appearing back at her shop, Mitsuha received a letter for a royal meeting. Sabine visited Mitsuha at her shop while forcing her to come in the carriage ride to the meeting. At the meeting, the king has revealed he will make the royal family son and baron, making his father happy. When Mitsuha was asked for what she wanted, she started a long speech on how her family that helped defend the kingdom is in dire need of funds. The king only offered a few thousand gold, while Mitsuha was in shock because she promised them 30,000 gold minimum, until all the other royals started giving a few thousand per household as well. The king also gave her a royal rank above baron, receiving her own mansion to take care of. Mitsuha became in total shock. The army captain went back to the other world while giving the dragon tooth to researchers, becoming famous while Mitsuha attended her rank-up ceremony, accepting her viscount rank while denying she will accept the baron rank for her friend. Shocking the king, the boy was walking through the doors when he was seriously injured, collecting his rank himself instead. Heading back to Colette, she was very happy to see Mitsuha while Mitsuha started explaining she's now in viscount and is receiving her own mansion. Colette gets sad because she has to treat her as a royal now, while she says she does not have to, making her happy. Mitsuha offered her a job on the mansion she is going to have. Colette got permission with her parents and now is working at Mitsuha's new mansion.